Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Julie Scott, maid of honor and longtime friend of Ashley, and a lot of other titles, if you ask Ashley. I'm her personal shopper, chauffeur, and with Harper, I guess, and Mommy Julie. But even with all these titles, Ashley does so much more for me. She has been my funny bone, always making me laugh, my adventure buddy, going on trips and sometimes roller coasters, believe it or not. And most importantly, she's been a blessing in my life and someone who always points me to Christ. So when I sat down to write this speech, I had so much I wanted to say, but I kept coming back to the same theme of God's plan is perfect. For example, I decided to pull out this notebook from years past and flip to a random page, and there was a quote on it that I wanted to read to you all.
So sorry.
Exactly. All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator for all I have not seen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Now, isn't that perfect to have a quote about seeing at a blind wedding? So what happens if you are blind and you have not seen or have not seen as much as others? Well, if you ask me, that means you probably have even greater faith. And if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that Ashley has a great faith. And I have seen her through many phases of life in our 17 years of friendship, and she has always led with prayer and trust in God's perfect plan. And I remember the first time that Ashley told me about Heath. She told me he was kind, he made her laugh, and most importantly, that he was steadfast in his love for Christ. So of course I was skeptical, as any good friend should be. But having spent time with him and getting to know him, it is abundantly clear that God's plan is perfect. God had been working in Heath and Ashley's lives separately, knowing that one day we would all be here at their wedding. And in what I have seen in Ashley and Heath's relationship, there's love, fun, music, Chick-fil-A, and a mutual respect to round out all the hard times, health scares, and challenges that life brings. And I'm so glad that God has a perfect plan, because all that I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator, as Ashley and Heath do, so that everything that will come in the future, that none of us have seen, that we're all blind to, we can trust that God has a perfect plan, and all we have to do is continue to seek God through prayer. And it's my prayer that Ashley and Heath continue to put God first in their marriage, love each other through the ups and downs, and continue blessing me, of course, through our friendship. And I also pray that we have a fun and safe rest of the night, and that on the honeymoon that I will be going with them on in Nashville, where I have the honor of being one of my other titles as chauffeur. So let's raise a glass and toast to Ashley and Heath and to God's perfect plan. Cheers.
Cheers.